Well, what's made our CoQ10 unique over the years has been originally the fact that it was 100% natural, its purity, and again, we started with CoQ10 back in 1984. CoQ10 is a relatively new ingredient to most companies. I'd say, by new ingredient, I'd say the last 10 or 15 years. For me, it's an ingredient, how long ago was 1984? I guess that's 34 years. So we've been doing CoQ10 since 1984. And the one thing we learned about CoQ10, that even the best CoQ10 in the world, which is what we've always focused on, but even the best CoQ10 in the world, you need to make sure, it's like I said this the other day, that no matter how important you are at your job, or no matter how important you might be in your family, you can't be doing everything alone, that we all require the help of others. So no matter how much I can justify scientifically or biochemically why CoQ10 is the most central molecule we could ever contemplate supplementing to help us in terms of our energy metabolism, to help us in terms of our energy level, to help us in terms of optimum functioning of our key organs, because our key organs are all about the efficiency of the energy they have available to them. But no matter how much I could argue that that ingredient is CoQ10, it would be naive and sort of foolish of me to just provide CoQ10, because CoQ10 has other ingredients that are absolutely essential to its role in our body. And that's what we've done that's unique, is we make a product that's designed to ensure that CoQ10 performs at its optimum, maximum level. And if you read the reviews, our CoQ10 has over 95% positive reviews, I think about 85% 5-star reviews. It truly is the most unique CoQ10 in the world, simply because it works better.
And if you are taking a CoQ10 product right now, maybe you went to the big box store and got a whole load of it, all we would ask you to do is compare Andrew's CoQ10 to that one, and I think you'll find a huge difference. We're going to go to the phones and say good evening and welcome to the Monday Night Show. Robin in Massachusetts, you're live with Adam and Andrew. Robin, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you.
Hi, Robin. How are you?
Hello, I'm well, thank you. Thanks to you.
You're welcome.
So I have a couple of questions.
Sure.
And first of all, I have to say that I love, love, love your products, and I could not live without them.
Thanks.
So please never, never, never stop making them.
I will not.
The very first thing I ever tried was your original marine collagen peptide.
Right.
That was about 9 years ago. Right. And I had no problem with the marine collagen, the original formula.
It's a little bit fishy, but some people do.
I'm telling you, I'm not exaggerating. The results were overnight. I had a tall glass of it with cold water before I went to bed. When I woke up the next morning, my skin looked radiant, and I couldn't believe I was hooked then. So anyway, I take a lot of your different products. My question is, if I'm taking the essential vitamins, the multivitamin, do I still need to take an extra vitamin D and an extra calcium, magnesium too, or is the essential going to be enough for me? I do have a healthy diet. I eat very healthy, a lot of salmon and greens, so I'm just wondering, do I still need those extra things separately?
A great question. A great question. What I would say is, with the vitamin D, depending on which essential one you're taking, we have a 1,000 IU or a 2,000 IU. Typically, what I say, the minimum levels of essential one to take daily are 1,000 or 2,000 IU. That's higher than the typical multivitamin provides. To achieve the best levels in terms of blood levels, I suspect you're going to find that the proper level for you is going to be between 3,000 and 4,000 IU. So I would likely recommend, if you chose to, taking a little bit more vitamin D, because that will deliver you to that appropriate level. In terms of calcium and magnesium, unless, if you have a diet, if you eat dairy, if you have a diet that delivers adequate amounts of calcium, magnesium, I'm not the strongest advocate, absent some reason to do so, to supplement calcium and magnesium separately. So many doctors have recommended it, and that's why I make a calcium magnesium supplement. But if we have a diet that delivers calcium magnesium, then there's no real reason to supplement it separately. What I do recommend is vitamin K2. because whether we get calcium by our diet or whether we simply get calcium by supplement or whether it's simply in our skeleton, we need to manage the calcium that's in our body to make sure it stays in our bones and it's not delivered in other tissues to calcify other tissues like our arteries and things. As far as the marine collagen, which you mentioned a moment ago, that's going to be our today's special with healthy hair, skin, and nails in July.
Okay. I'll wait for it.
So it'll be our today's special then. But to answer your question, I think if you're a doctor, if you did a blood test at your doctor's office, if you're taking 1,000 or 2,000 IU vitamin D, you're probably going to find your level is around 30 or 35. Again, I prefer a level a little over 50, and that will require probably vitamin D supplementation more between 3,000 and 5,000 IU daily. Fortunately, vitamin D is incredibly affordable. And we also have a special vitamin D that's 3,000 IU as well, which might suffice. So you could always reorder that formula. We don't speak about that on air, but it's available at hsn.com.
Thank you. I do have one more question.
Sure.
Okay. Do you think you'll ever make children's vitamins? Because I worry about my 3- and 5-year-old granddaughters who are very picky eaters.
You anticipated another question we'll be talking about, but both children's vitamins and pet vitamins will be coming. I don't want to make tablets because tablets require all sorts of additives, but what we will be doing is we'll be making little packets, like little sugar packets, that in terms of pet vitamins will have a little bit of, say, a chicken or beef flavor added to it so our pets enjoy them. For children's vitamins, we won't be adding chicken or beef flavor. We'll simply be having a nice fruit flavor with a natural sweetener without having without sugar, without calories, without any kind of artificial sweetener. But those are coming. I'm hoping they're going to be coming in the next 6 to 9 months. So yes, both children's vitamins and pet vitamins will be coming. Both.
Thank you, Robin, so much.
Thanks, Robin.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. It's my pleasure. Thanks.
We're going to head over this way. If you would like to speak to Andrew live, it is 1-866-376-8255. Andrew, I think